What it do? You're back at it with the podcast for Blood Oyster Cult. We have on the mic today
DeHoffrin.
and
The Draco.
the Draco, and as always, Chaz. So, DeHoffrin, what tickles your fancy today?
My fancy is being tickled by the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I am on pins and needles waiting for this to come out so that I can start playing on it.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that actually. Pretty cool, right? It's
I-
like the
yes, it's the
So,
prequel.
for those who don't know, I did not record my audio, and this is actually take two. And they always say to be recording everything, even for bloopers. Well, if you're not even recording yourself, there's really no blooper. And then when you're figuring things out, your friends want you to record you being an idiot. So there's proof of you being an idiot because they're your closest friends. So TJ is right now. Draco is now feigning his what? It's a prequel, right? So cut back to Draco
Because we already had that.
His
we already
acting
had this
ability.
conversation, so I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Acting.
So yes,
But yes,
it picks up 100 years before Breath of the Wild, and I'm really excited because in Breath of the Wild, you're put in this place and they talk about this great calamity that happened, and there's really no explanation to what it was or what really happened. So that's what this prequel is about: is you get to experience the calamity.
which actually, no, to be honest, I actually really am excited for that game because Breath of the Wild was probably one of the best Zelda games they ever came out with, in my opinion.
Oh,
What
it
about
hands
Ocarina of
down.
Time?
Ocarina of Time, it was a good one, but Breath of the Wild is just open world. I spent over 80 hours playing the game and I still haven't beaten it yet. So it has so much things you could do. They have like little mini games in there. You can capture horses, dude. It's amazing.
It was fantastic. Yeah, the mini games. Each time you go into the oh crap, I forget what they're called. The mazes, and trying to figure
Yeah.
out, going back and forth trying to figure out all these puzzles was fun. I spent weeks just, all we did instead of moving forward in the game was just running all over the world trying to find these places just to play those games.
Yeah, I was doing that with my 7-year-old son, right? And we were trying to figure out this one of these patterns. You got to like put the balls down in the right spots to get the door to open up, right? So
Yeah.
I spent dude, like 2 3 hours looking at the stars to go try to match it up. My son's like, "Why don't you just Google the answer?" I almost slapped my son. I was like, "No, that's cheating."
Now, aside your child abuse, I know your Switch has met its demise out in the rain.
I got to start all over. I didn't get the chance to beat it because I was
You
trying to capture every memory, but there's one memory I could not find. It's just a picture of of the woods, and I
yeah,
refuse to Google it. And I've been running all over the world trying to find this spot.
Now, be
but
careful
it's not a you
when you're
have to
looking
start
it up
over.
because we
You
can see your
get to
screen.
start over.
I get the starter. This is correct with the stick.
Yeah.
Just,
Start
so
with
you
the
know,
stick.
just so you know, we can see your screen if you're trying to look up your Tinder account
Oh,
or Grinder.
Grindr. Yeah. Uh, but no, the other thing I like about the Hyrule Warriors is not only are you playing, get to play as Link, but you've got all the characters. There's Link, Zelda, uh, a new one, the Impa, that she's the advisor to the royal family. Uh, Revial, the flying bird dude.
These are the characters also that you get to see briefly in Breath of the Wild too, right?
Yeah, they're all the
Yeah.
guardians of the divine beasts. Uh, Daruk, the fire mountain dude. Impa, uh, Link's fish girlfriend, and
Which I thought was really weird. Doesn't Link supposed to be with Zelda?
no, that's what a lot of people think. It's not the whole Mario and Princess Peach fantasy. It's Zelda was always there to save the princess. He wasn't. He's he's a guardian of Hyrule. He wasn't there as going after his girlfriend. It's his duty to protect and serve the princess.
Yeah, because when I was playing Breath of the Wild, and that came up where it was like they were boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, or courting or whatever.
Yeah.
It really ticked me off. I was like, no, he's supposed to be with Zelda. I mean, if I'm going to play a video game as a character and go through a whole entire world to save a princess, I better get it with that princess. And I've played almost every Legend of Zelda there is.
Yeah.
And there was no mention of it until Breath of the Wild. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
And each of these characters that you get to pick from, they each have a special ability all their own. And playing it's very much skill leveling and item building. Because certain bosses are going to drop random items that when you equip them, you're going to get to do more cool stuff. So I'm just really excited. I love the artwork and just the beauty of Breath of the Wild, and for them to bring it back. I've been waiting since Breath of the Wild came out for another Breath of the Wild, and I finally get it.
I wonder how many multiple endings it's going to have then.
That I don't know, but I'm hoping a lot because I am that person that's going to go back and play it 5 or 6 times to get every single ending.
Now, I mean, as an adult now, do you find yourself like because see with me, I have to be careful of how many games I buy at once because like I have Red Dead Redemption 2 sealed, I haven't touched yet, and I'm trying to like beat Gears of War 4, and Gears of War 4 is not a hard game to beat in my opinion. You just have to get all the stinking collectibles because, yeah. And I'm trying to burn through that on my Xbox, and then that way I can play Red Dead Redemption 2, which I had a great time with Red Dead Redemption 1. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I still have all these games I've just bought. They're just laying around doing nothing. Like, I guess with like the people online who do like gameplay videos and like just play gamers nowadays, they don't even go for achievements anymore. I think they just turn and burn because like, getting all the collectibles on the Xbox says like 1% or 3% of the people in Gears of War 4 actually got all the collectibles.
Well, I got that problem too. I still have Conan for Xbox in its case that I need to pry open and play one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, what about you, TJ? You game the most out of both Chuck and I, or DeHoffer and I.
Yeah, but I mostly play like PvP games right now. But I am really excited for when they remake the Final Fantasy VII for Xbox. Actually, I've even gone almost as far as to go and buy a PS4 or 5 just to play the game.
Well, it's funny if you look at I was actually looking at the stat blocks between the PS5 and the Xbox. And at first, before I actually looked into the Xbox One X or Xbox, whatever the hell it's called, the PS5, I thought it was just like another cell phone, just, hey, here's a new iPhone 12. It has a fourth lens versus 3 lenses or whatever. We took away the middle button, which has been around forever. So screw you, Apple users. I thought it was like, who cares, another console, but when you actually look at what the companies are doing, PlayStation was talking about how the PS5 is just not a more powerful system, but they're really, really amped it up so they can be better future-proof. Like the GPU and the CPU and the RAM, I mean, they've doubled almost everything. Granted, they've also like doubled the size. That thing is a monster.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how people are how they're gonna store it because with game collections, you're gonna have to give some consoles up to put it out there. And then, but when you look at the Xbox, and I think it was in 2014, the new leader, the new CEO of Microsoft for that division was talking about he wanted to like bring back gaming, and he was focusing on playability between all the systems and such. So the reviews coming out are actually pretty interesting. Like it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, both of them are pretty much similar in like the spec wise.
Oh, I know that,
But
but
when I
like,
was
what do you
reading,
think about like the whole Xbox Pass thing and all that stuff?
oh, I love the Xbox Game Pass. I have literally played more games off the Xbox Game Pass than I have. Because I don't know, it's just like that. What have they had that subscription thing called like GamesFly or something like that, right?
Uh huh.
You know what I'm talking about? Where you can like pay $10 a month and get any game that you want,
Yeah, but like
something like that,
there's
right?
the Xbox Pass Ultimate service.
Yeah. Now it does suck that they force you to pay for that no matter what, because they're getting rid of just the regular Xbox Gold. They're getting rid of it. So whenever your Xbox Gold runs out, you don't get it anymore. You have to get the Ultimate, which you'll have to get the Game Pass. But they are releasing something like if you want to get the Xbox X and you don't have the money to pay it up front, you can pay like $30 a month for it for like 2 years. So you get to own it after 2 years, but at the same time you're paying for it, you're getting the Game Pass. So you're like more of your money's worth if you just pay $30 a month for your Xbox.
But
And to me, that's just amazing because the Xbox Game Pass doesn't just go for Xbox; it also goes for PC.
yeah, no, I
You can
saw
get
that.
PC
That's
games.
one of the things he was talking about. The CEO. Let me get his name for you. Go ahead,
Yeah,
continue on.
you can get PC games. Because Microsoft obviously owns Xbox and they own software for computers. So there's just like right now on your Windows 10, you have an Xbox companion app as soon as you buy the game.
Yeah, Phil Spencer. That's what his name was.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer.
So you can. I personally think if you have a PC, you should probably get an Xbox.
Well,
You
it's
know.
kind of a logical choice. I mean, I know Dahafra, you recently just purchased a really nice laptop,
Yeah,
and
and
you're a
so that's
Switch
what I'm thinking
person,
now.
right?
I'm sorry.
You're a Switch person.
Well, I'm an Xbox Switch person. We started off Xbox household and love all the games with it, and then reason we bought the Switch was just so that I could play Breath of the Wild, and
That's the reason why I bought my Switch.
when the Switch first came out, it was all just family friendly games, which there's nothing wrong with, but you couldn't get Resident Evil or uh, Dead Redemption on the Switch because it was all just something that the whole family could enjoy. So we still used the Xbox, but now Switch is slowly incorporating all the games.
Because now here's a question for you. Now both of you are gamers, and both of you have similarities in gaming. All of us do. With the Venn diagram, we have some pretty big intersecting points. But rightfully so, we also have our own individuals. Like, you know, Draco talks about being a PvP. Dahafran, you're more into it sounds like JRPG kind of style, right?
What is JRPG?
Japanese RPGs.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm a little bit mix of both. I like MMOs, which is another reason I keep going back to Breath of the Wild. It's a single player open world concept game. And that's why I like MMOs is an open world map running around discovering new stuff.
Well,
And
I thought an MMO was massive multiplayer online, like Neverwinter.
yes.
Is Breath of the Wild like that?
Well, like I said, Breath of the Wild would be the same concept except you're not with other people. The open world running around
Like a
uh
Skyrim.
yeah.
So when you look at when I look at it like this, the reason I bring this up, and we all know I'm the old dude. I like the old stuff, I like old RPGs.
You are old.
I am old. Uh, but when I look at way gaming is going, I know Draco, you have a hard time because you don't have a lot of space for collections, right? You don't have a lot of space for like you're like Tony Stark. You once you've bought it and you've done all you can with it, it's gone. You don't have a need for nostalgia, or you don't have a need for like a collection.
That is correct. That is correct, sir.
What about you, DeHoffrin? Like, are you a guy who wants to have a wall of video games so you can display them and say, yeah, here's all these games I have, or maybe every once in a while pick an old one up?
Yes, exactly. It is much of a nostalgic go back and play Kingdom Hearts 3 again. Go
Because
back and play any of my games, having the copy, and that's why I went out and we always get the special editions for the tin case
see, that's the problem I have
for
with the Game
display.
Pass. That's what my problem with Game Pass is I don't want to have um, the online game feature like that. I want the actual game. I want to go buy the game. Like I bought Red Dead Redemption the other day on clearance because as they start getting ready for the Xbox One, the Xbox X, or the Xbox S, they're starting to GameStop's gonna start getting rid of the 360s, the Wii's, and stuff like that because they gotta make room for their inventory. Correct. So I got Red Dead Redemption 2 for like $30, $20 the other day. And I want to have that wall. I remember I went through that phase where I started like purging, getting rid of these consoles, or getting rid of my games and like not needing them, right? Now I'm thinking, man, I wish I had those games back because I want to display them. I want that
Yeah,
wall of games.
I still regret getting rid of my original Super Nintendo and
Yeah.
all those games I had with it.
But
Super
now
Nintendo.
I've come
God, I miss
across a
those
pretty
days.
cool gaming system that's got me tickled pink. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's called the Retcon 5. And I was in a game store the other day here, and I really like the fact that they use it behind the counter. They can put any cartridge console game of any system in it, and it plays it.
I've seen those. I want one of those.
And I looked up reviews, and man, you talk about like it is everything it says it delivers. It's whatever you want, it's going to be there because it's an emulator system. It rips from the game. It's legal. All these other things. It's just this great thing to have because I'm sorry, but the games are coming out with like I saw the new Mass Effect is getting released, the Ultimate Edition, where you have all 3 or 4 in one game. I don't want to wait 10 years because that's when the first one came out. It was like 2007, 2010. Sorry, 13 years ago. Then the second one came out in 2010. I don't want to wait 10, 20 years to get the Ultimate Game of the Year edition. I want the game to be complete when I buy it.
Right?
Yeah,
What about you,
that's what your problem
Draco?
with.
Well, I've always preferred the digital copies. Like, I want to have both options. So what I'll do is I'll go whatever has the best bargain. So I'll go to like a Walmart or HB or wherever and see how much this game costs, and then I'll go look online to see whichever is cheaper. Whichever one's cheaper is what I buy.
Now, is that
But I
because you
like the
just don't have the
digital.
space for
But
it right now?
no, I like the digital version because I could just take it anywhere I want at any point in
Lazy.
time,
That's what it is. It's
and I don't
laziness.
have to carry stuff, and it can
It's
get broken.
laziness.
It can get scratched, and you can't
You don't
play
want to
it
get
no
your
more.
fat butt off the couch, walk over, and put the game in the console, you lazy turd. That's what it is.
I'm
Hey,
a little lazy, I will not lie.
I will say that is one good thing about the digital copies. I too am lazy, and when you go back and trying to get a game to play, and you open it up, and it's not the same game in the disc, and you have to go through 5 different cases and backtrack, putting them back together to get to the one disc that you're looking for.
How dare both of you? What you're doing to gaming is destroying it.
Well, dude, no offense, man. The world's gonna go digital. Your CDs is about to be a thing of the past.
Bro, they're DVDs.
The same
What is this,
concept. They're made the same
2005?
way. Dude, I'm telling you, just because they're coming out with so much amazing VR stuff. Get Ready Player
No.
One's about to happen in the next
No.
20 years.
Nope.
Ready Player One is
No.
going to happen.
Love the movie.
And Blood Oyster Cult better be on top.
Oh my god. No, VR.
Ready Player One?
No, never happened in this household.
Ready Player One. I just went back and watched it. It is still an amazing
It's
movie.
only like a couple years old. Like we go back, like the graphics
Dude, that
are
was like
so.
that was like a long time ago.
That was
You know,
2
in like
years ago.
Fruit Fly years. No, for a fruit fly, that's like death, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
I love when you act
It-
like
it-
it
it
was when we
only-
were kids when we saw it.
it just feels like it was a long time ago because it was pre-COVID.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Pre-COVID,
Pre-Ronas.
pre-Ronas.
All
Back the thing that stopped us from
pre-Ronas.
playing and hanging out and doing D&D together.
It is funny, like when you find like food items that are pre-Ronas, and you're all like, "Ooh, it's 100% safe because Rona wasn't here." Oh, have you seen the new movie trailer for the Rona? Have you seen that?
No.
Draco? Or, I'm just gonna call you TJ. Yeah, whatever.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it.
It's called
But
The Songbird, and oh my God, Karens are going to lose it.
Karens and Richards are going to
The
town.
premise of this movie is literally Corona mutates and kills off like 110 million people, or like close to 1 billion people worldwide, right?
It's only
And
1/7 of the population.
They've now gone to military standards of like, this is a quarantine area in the military, and then if you have to take these, your cell phone has a face scanner that takes your temperature, and if you start showing a dot on your forehead, then it automatically alerts the authorities, and they'll be at your house 4 to 6 hours, and then they're all like, I don't want to, my grandma, my abuela, she's sick, oh no, I gotta save her. You are the problem. She's lived a good life. Let her go.
Let
them
it
take her.
go. Let it go.
I mean, God. I mean, my parents are old. They're old as shit. So when their time comes,
that
they'll say
old?
bye.
God, I love it. Like, stop holding on.
Yeah.
Dead.
This
You're like
is
holding
light
on to
switch
the
or
edge of a
light
cliff.
switch?
I'm not
Flip
dead yet.
the
Let's be over.
switch.
You're dead. You're dead.
We can
You're like
power
stepping
a
on their
light
fingers.
bulb with this energy.
I can just
No,
see
it
it
gets
now.
to the point where you're sitting there, you're like, oh my God, seriously. We're now in a
I can see
movie
it.
where we're mutating the corona, and then the Karens are going to be all just, oh my God. Starbucks better be prepared.
I literally could just see you camping one day with your entire family. A bear
Oh.
comes up,
Oh,
and you just trip your parents and go, "You're old. You're old. You gotta die
oh no,
first."
no. My family is
You
going to be
start
killed in
running.
the apocalypse. My lovely wife and my lovely children move at their speed. No one else's. They have no sense of urgency whatsoever. And God forbid you tell them what to do. Oh, yeah.
Oh
no.
look, a zombie's coming.
They're dead.
Whatever.
They just, when the mushroom cloud hits, like in Fallout 4, I'm just going to go outside and welcome it.
Speaking of Fallout games, okay,
Uh-oh.
hear me out. Have you ever played a game? It's a free game on. You can get it on your phone or whatever. It's called Fallout Shelter. Right?
No, I have not.
Okay, so basically, it's like a little like 2D type game where you build your shelter. You build it. You send people out into the wasteland. Is that a Jack Skeleton? Stop! You're distracting me. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, yes, I've played this. I played
Okay.
it for like a week and then I got tired of it, but you...
It's not like a great game, but the concept of the game, if they could do this in like a 3D version, like where you have to like say like the very beginning of a bunker is just created and you wake up and like the radiation's gone, but you got to build your bunker while exploring the wasteland. And you get to see how the mutants are created, and you get to see how like the rad scorpions are created, stuff like that. 4. You jump into this world like 200 years later after it all, and they got like robots, and they got the Brotherhood of Steel, you know. But it would be really cool to see the formation, like a prequel, but you got to build your base while you're exploring. Would that not be cool? I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it would. I like base building type games. And I'm not talking about like where you build your base and then you can move it around the map. No, you're building your Fallout shelter. It's stationary. You can't move it.
Do you know
Because
I
that
was
drove
today
me.
I was today
Stop
years
it!
old.
Stop it!
when I found out that the guy who sang Oingo Boingo was the voice of Jack Skellington.
Who says Oingo Boingo?
What about you remember the movie Weird Science?
Yes.
I think it's
Weird
sung
Science.
by Danny Elfman,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that's the voice of Jack Skellington.
Who
He
Danny
also
Elfman
composed
is?
a lot of things.
Yes.
Like, so
Huh.
De Hoffren, if let's say hypothetically, Danny
Mhm.
Elfman knocked on your door one day like at 2:00, like just knocked on your door because his car broke down.
Your head's flat.
Would you? Thank you. Would you just misery him?
Or is it just your hair that keeps it up?
It's one of the two.
Probably the pocket of hair, like your
It's probably
cushion
the
of
pocket
hair.
of hair. You're not wrong. Or I got great posture.
And now people with flat heads don't have good posture.
Fair enough. So, if Danny Elfman at your house, would you misery him?
Yes.
What exactly is misery? Like, what are you talking about when you say misery
with
him?
the Stephen King novel where that lady traps the author.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
legitimately, Danny Elfman is the voice of Jack Skellington. And De Hoffren, little known fact about De Hoffren, he used to work at Hot Topic. So, they made him masturbate to Jack Skellington at least once a day.
It's the rule if you're hired by Hot Topic. It's you gotta rub one out to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Pretty soon, every time you see someone attractive, this is what it looks like. So, anyways, get back on topic. Quit distracting us, TJ.
We're putting up Jack Skellington on your
Let's
head.
go back to you being lazy and wanting digital copies versus the ever impressive
Dude,
collection.
digital's the way it's going. Okay.
If
Before
you
we
weren't
die,
lazy, if you weren't lazy, would you want? Here we go. If you weren't lazy, would you
going
want
on a
copy?
trip in my favorite rocket ship? Oh, he turned it off.
Zooming through the sky.
Through the sky,
Little
little
Einstein.
Einstein.
All
There
right,
we go. There we go.
Let's go back
We're gonna
to.
wait. I'm gonna get a tour of his house. Hold on. There's a bathroom.
Well, they
Blue
can't
wall.
see. They can't see his screen.
I can see his screen.
No,
That's
I know,
fine.
but
Is that a wall
You're-
of books over
You're
there?
giving color commentary to people who don't understand what you're commentating on.
It's a green wall with some
that's the
cabinets.
kitchen.
But they could be colorblind though. So they may not know what blue is.
I still
I did
love
vacuum cleaner.
I still love the
Is that a
fact
vacuum
that
cleaner?
you don't know that Cole. Do you always forget Cole's colorblind?
I love it when we found out that Cole was colorblind. We played D&D with him for years, and he was always like, "Hey, can you hand me the blue dice?" And I always had on my purple dice. For years, we never figured it out. Then finally, one day, you said, every time you ask him for the blue dice, he hands you the purple dice, and you don't say anything about it. And Cole goes, "This is blue," and we go, "No, it's purple."
No, what happened is that Cole didn't. We drew some lines on the map, and Cole couldn't see them right, and we used two colors that blended together, so he couldn't tell which one was the door and which one was the wall, kind of thing, or what was the this or that. And the DM kept yelling at him, going, "Dude, why can you not figure this out?" He goes, "I'm colorblind."
No, he didn't know he was colorblind. Remember, we had to go take a test
I knew he was
on your
'cause he told me.
computer.
But like, you guys are just jerks. You don't know that stuff and lazy.
We are
So-
lazy.
Mark didn't know he was colorblind for years growing up because nobody told him and because nobody else knew. And he saw shades of gray, and you can tell dark gray from a lighter gray. And he thought it was weird that people called this gray red and that gray green. But for the most part, he was able to match colors. So putting his clothes together 9 times out of 10 didn't look ridiculous. And didn't find out he was colorblind until one day he comes downstairs and his mother asked him, was like, "Why did you choose that?" It's like, it's all black, isn't it? She's like, "No, that's red, blue, and purple."
Polka dot. Yeah, he's got the rare. He's got, just so you know, TJ. He's got the rare colorblind where he can't see any color at all.
No, I thought don't they make glasses to fix that now?
No, like none at all.
Yeah, like they make glasses, right?
They do make glasses. The normal regular ones that you're thinking of are just for uh the red, green, blue colorblind people
Mm-hmm.
because it adds in the color for them. Uh, and those are fairly inexpensive comparatively, but they do make uh a type of glasses for full spectrum colorblind people, but those are really expensive.
Well, okay, now hold on one second. All right.
Uh-huh.
What's stopping him? Like, it can't be just the money because he drives a nice car.
That's what's stopping him. All of his money is
Oh
in the
yeah.
car.
Well, I mean, it's like I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. Like, what would happen if like a group of his friends and family like pitched in and got him these glasses at probably let's say a couple $1,000s, right? Just
Yeah.
hypothetically, all right? And like, wouldn't that be like the greatest video of all time? Him seeing color for the first time.
You know how you get excited about something for somebody?
Yeah,
Uh, about telling something for somebody because you think they're gonna love it,
absolutely.
and then how every time that you tell something, or like at
Total
work when
disappointment. Yeah,
you expect to see me going down the aisle singing to share,
yeah.
and then you come up to me and I'm not even doing it, and you're totally disappointed, and I have to
Yes,
feign interest
absolutely.
for you. You would be very disappointed seeing Mark look at
No,
color
I
for the
totally
first time.
understand. I
You're like,
totally
oh,
get it.
so that's right, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no. He's like the worst, best person ever. Yeah, I know. I got all
Dude,
my
it's
friends are
funny
like
because
that. Yeah, no, I get it.
my wife will plan something like some kind of spectacular thing, and then she'll come up and be like, "I got the greatest news to tell you," and I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, what's up?" She's like, or she'll be like, "I'm pregnant" or whatever, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's cool." She's
yeah,
like,
Probably not the
"You're not
best
even
example to
excited?" I'm
use,
like,
but
"That
okay.
doesn't get me excited. You want to get me excited? Put me in a tournament of Call of Duty. You'll see me
But
get
you lose in
excited."
those.
I got fourth place
That's still losing.
right now. I'm in eighth place. I'm in a tournament right now. I'm in eighth
Double
place.
losing.
yeah.
I'm double
Fourth
losing.
place is
I'm,
just a fancy way of saying loser.
Yep.
yep.
I mean,
It
granted, if
basically
I
is.
played that game, I'd probably find a new rank of like the billionth place.
Hey Draco,
Yeah.
only closers get ice cream.
Oh, closers get ice cream.
Sick burn, bro. Now, because you guys
So,
threw
okay, can I
these
have
fact
McDonald's at
idiots.
least? It's funny because when y'all talk about things that are inexpensive, to me, I'm thinking the only thing I know that's inexpensive is McDonald's, and that's my inexpensive.
Well, hold
Wendy's, no, it
on
costs
one
too much for
second.
me.
Hold
That
on.
costs
Hold
too
on.
much for me now.
No, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar. All right, let's explore this for a second. My
I'm a poor boy.
controller. Hey, shut the hell up and listen for a second. My
Okay.
controller here, okay? It didn't even have the audio port. I had to borrow that stupid clip. I had to take that stupid clip from you because I have the original Xbox One or what the hell it's called. Controller came with the box,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have
Yeah.
the Elite. Like, how much did you spend on your controller last time?
Oh, only $60, but
No, no,
I
no,
have a
no.
warranty on.
Which one do you use? Not the one you
I use,
bought for a friend or family.
no, that's what I use. I just use a regular. I
That's
don't
a
have a.
lie.
I want the Elite controller. I want it, but it's $200. One
Didn't
hundred
you
seventy
buy
nine plus
one?
tax. I was going to when we got our income taxes, but I never did.
Oh
I
yeah, I
never
remember
did.
that. That's when you found out that someone fibbed to you.
Yeah, the government fibbed to me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they did.
so anyway,
Oh my god.
so I also found out that the Elite controllers may not go over to the new Xbox system, Xbox X, because they're on a Bluetooth. Like right now, the Xbox One has its own type of wireless.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So when you go to the new one, it's Bluetooth.
Well, yeah,
Connect
because
to the
that's
old
industry
controllers.
standard. Because if you look at it, Bluetooth is the way to go, and everything else is fucking stupid.
Which really pisses me off because I got a $200 headset for the Xbox, and it may not connect to it, but it does have the Bluetooth option on my headset, so it's okay.
Now,
Hopefully, I can still use it.
I got a question for DeHoffer now.
Okay.
Are
Shoot.
you prepared with the new D&D expansion, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, for the useless Psionicist class to come out?
I don't think it's useless.
Hate Psionicist.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. And in a normal game, having that, I think, is a game breaker. I get DMs can always change whatever they need to so that it's not uber powerful. But I enjoy HP Lovecraft. And Scions are very similar to Cthulhu and cultists. So being able to create a game in D&D and have a little bit of a Lovecraft spin on it, I think is going to be fun.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about tonight the Heroes Feast cookbook, which I am super excited. I got my copy, and I am super excited about, actually having gaming sessions again, where I can cook, D&D recipes. And
Don't tease me. Don't tease me.
Oh,
Bro.
no,
I got it.
We have a D&D cookbook.
I got the D&D cookbook too. It's
I
great.
will be there. I'm still waiting to do the Lord of the Rings marathon at your house.
The Heroes Feast. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nope, you're not invited, Chuck. You know
Speaking
why you're
of
not
that,
invited to the Lord of the Rings one,
my
Chuck?
wife. Speaking of that, Chaz.
Because I can't watch Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
You don't like Lord of the Rings?
It's more out of just spite now. My husband, if you ever go up to him and tell him that you have not seen one of his favorite movies, which he has a long list of, he will make you sit down and watch it in the entirety. I've seen him do it to many of my friends with Mary Poppins and
Oh God.
Keanu Reeves glasses. I can't. Matrix. I can't believe I just forgot that.
What about Johnny
But
Mnemonic?
I was just gonna
Johnny Yeah.
I was just gonna start calling every Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh, there's
So-
only three movies you watch. There's Johnny Mnemonic, Point Break, and
John Wick. Hello.
What?
John Wick.
Boo.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Boo.
Boo.
What?
Best revenge movie ever.
No, it's not.
Oh my God. When they killed that puppy, everything else that he did past that was justifiable and
100%. All the lives he took.
What if they go back and find out that a Jewish person killed Hitler's dog? Does that justify what Hitler did to all the Jews?
he did not kill an entire race because of a dog.
He killed a person.
The person that killed
person?
his dog. The
First
gift
by the way-
that his dying wife gave to him that he received after she was dead so that he could have solace and somebody to grieve with.
Yep. Now look, I get that it's a dog.
No, you don't get it because
Millions
that's
are
all you're
made
calling
of
it.
it.
It's not a dog. You're like,
This
countries
is
that
a
literally eat
child. This is his
Okay.
child.
What?
The dog is his child.
No, it's not.
you're just like every mobster in that movie who came back at him with, it's just a dog.
It's
I'm like,
just a
no,
dog.
motherfucker.
You're one of the dead ones. You're one of the dead ones.
Why? All the guys had to do was tell them they're in a building and rig the building with C4 and then just blow the building up. You can't dodge C4. It was stupid. Look, Johnny Mnemonic.
It was a great movie.
Johnny Mnemonic, where the main
All three of them.
the main hero was a walking hard drive, and one of the great the great savior was a dolphin. Yes, please and thank you. And there was was that Tank Girl or Johnny Mnemonic were the dog people?
They were kangaroo people in that
Kangaroo
Stink Girl.
people, yes. Thank you.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but we'll keep going.
There's
Oh,
Johnny
you need to
Mnemonic.
watch Tank Girl.
Oh,
Tank
Tank
Girl?
Girl? Oh God, please don't. Please don't.
Okay. I'll watch it. I
No,
just
don't
watched
watch-
Blade Runner
don't-
2049 and Blade
don't
Runner
watch Tank Girl.
2013.
Tank Girl was awesome.
Of course you think it's awesome. Okay, we're not going
But-
to offend a portion of our viewers. i.e., someone's mom, maybe. But
Okay, so off topic. I got one of our friends, the hobo. I got him a Blade Runner, like original Blade Runner poster that I found. Right, he's super excited about it. I didn't even know he was super into it. I just happened to run across it,
because you're a horrible
and
friend.
me and my wife got it, and I messaged him. He's like, "I want this, please. Whatever you got to do, I will die. I will die for it." I also got him like
I
an
highly
original
doubt he said
patch.
that.
That's the point, okay? And then I got him like an original patch and like the first edition book that ever came out. Super. I didn't know he was that. I was like a diehard Blade Runner fan. So because of him, I went and bought movies like the extended versions of them, right?
Why?
Because Chaz over here said I would hate it. Okay,
And
he was correct.
Never start with the extended versions.
Hold on. Okay, so I watched number one. I tried to follow along. Like I tried to understand, but the movie jumps so much. You can't keep up with it.
okay,
It's like 1 minute he's looking at a picture,
all right.
and the next minute, some guy has a gun to his head. He's like, "I want my pictures back."
Okay,
He's
hold
like,
on.
"Well, how do I get the
Time
you
out.
from the pictures?"
Time out. What makes a human is the whole point of that movie. What is a human? At the very end of the movie, the guy, the replicant who did not want to be evil, he just wanted to exist. And all he was doing the whole entire movie was going to the creator, can I get a battery that doesn't blow up at 4 years or 10 years or how many years it was? That's all he wanted. But the humans wouldn't leave him alone, so he had to like fight and like get away from him and stuff because they're slaves. The question is, why would you give robots a conscience? What do they need human thoughts for? Just be a robot. So when you do that and you imbue them with, conscious thought, pure choice, and then they uprise against you, how can you be surprised? And since you give them the ability of memories and stuff, like he said at the very end, where he goes, "I've seen things. I've seen battleships on fire. I've seen places that nobody else has ever seen, and all of them will be lost, like tears in the rain." Nothing. They're not a damn thing there.
No, they need to die. They were bad guys, Chaz. They
They're
were killing
not
people.
bad guys.
They were killing people that were innocent.
Oh
Die.
God. Stick to Michael Bay.
Well, here's the thing.
Stick to
Here's the
Michael
thing.
Bay.
Here's the thing. Don't even get me started on Transformers, okay? Now, okay. Here's the thing that irritates me. Harrison Ford, great actor. It's supposed to be one of his earlier roles. Must have been. I don't know how early, but it must have been one of his earliest roles.
It wasn't.
Okay? I don't know because the acting in this movie, the first one, was horrendous. And he got his ass kicked every fight. He would win by sheer luck. Now, let's go 30 years in the future. I watched Blade Runner 2049. It was much better. There was a story plot. You could tell what the story plot was. And it was just it was a much better version. Now,
Same story
should
plot.
they make it should they make it number 3? Absolutely not. Okay? And no, it isn't the same story plot. Number 2 is about finding a lost child. Okay? Not the point. Okay? Should they make it number 3? Absolutely not. Okay? But it was much better than number 1. I will tell you that right now.
Look,
Much better.
if you want to watch a movie that is good in depth, watch Tank Girl. Don't worry about Blade Runner. Just watch Tank Girl.
Tank Girl.
That movie
You know what I think?
is. If you were to ask me, Chaz, what's a movie that sums up the '90s?
Tank Girl.
Tank Girl is on that list at the not the top, but it's up there. I still think the movie that like really brings all the '90s together is Demolition Man, by far. If we beam out to Aliens, a movie that shows that decade, it's Demolition Man. And they're going to come to Earth in peace because they want to meet Sylvester Stallone. Because that movie is a fucking treasure.
Well, Sylvester Stallone is a beast, bro.
It's not a beast.
I think he's like right below Chuck Norris, in my opinion.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's like right below Chuck Norris
No,
in
he's
my
not.
like Beast book.
That
I've seen all the
movie is
Rockies.
so
He's a
bad.
beast.
It's so many
He's a
plot
beast.
holes. It's so Swiss cheese that it's fucking brilliant.
That's what it is. That's why they did it,
First
right?
of all,
then he has the
how
Expendables.
did the poor people
Okay.
who are living under the sewers, who are eating rats like like cows, have gas to power that car?
Chess, and they used oil.
Where was the refinery to Okay, you're right.
No,
I'm
they
an
use
idiot.
vegetable.
I'm sorry.
They use vegetable oil, Chess.
Vegetable
They
oil.
use
Yep,
vegetable
that's
oil.
exactly what they did.
Corn oil.
Yep,
Corn oil. Yeah,
corn
yeah,
oil. Yep,
that's
that's
what
what it is.
Corn
Yep.
oil. Yeah, yeah. They grew corn in the sewers.
Yep. Sewers. You need tons of plant life in the sewers.
No, they didn't have. No, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, they did. Go ahead. Go there. It's fuck it. We're done. We're gone.
They didn't have to grow corn in the sewers because every time you eat corn, you don't digest it. It comes out whole.
You do realize that's not how that works, right? That's not where the
See,
Bible.
they just sifted the shit, take the corn out after it's done eating.
You can't tell me you've never seen that. When you go to flush the toilet, you still see full corners.
The Party Gains experience, and you guys are doing the opposite.
We're giving people experience.
You're taking
Chew
the
your
experience
corn.
away from
Chew
them.
your corn.
We've already gone way off topic.
Wait, we had a topic?
Well, we were talking about Heroes Feast, and it went to Lord of the Rings Heroes Feast, which went into I can't watch Lord of the Rings, and I still haven't finished explaining why.
Oh, you lost it because there's no reason not to.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Okay, did you at least watch The Hobbit? Did you at least watch The Hobbit?
I've seen parts of The Hobbit.
He doesn't like
But-
dwarves.
Yeah, so
But-
Chaz, me, and Hobo, we went to like a 12-hour marathon and watched all of them.
In IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
That's 3D, dude.
When
It
we
was
came
the
out of that
greatest.
theater, you want to know what we looked like when we came out of that theater?
Hobbits?
Nope, Dumb and Dumber. When they're on the motorcycle in Aspen,
Yeah.
they just are stuck together. We come out stinking of like Twizzlers and Reese's Pieces because
Popcorn and
the people who coordinated this were the teenagers that worked there. So there was no intermission. It was like, you have a 5-minute piss break. Go now. And we're like, we run, drain the lizard, go to the concession stand, fill up whatever they have. Like, do you guys even have hot dogs? And they're like, fuck no. Like, shit. They load everything back up and run to the theater.
give me a soda and some popcorn, baby.
And then the third
For 12
movie
hours.
was at the time the Battle of the Five Armies. Then what pissed me off the most, like 2 years later, I'm watching YouTube and I'm like, I want to watch the battle. I want to see the battle of the five army battle. And then they cut how much shit they cut out of it. Did you know that?
Cut
TJ?
tons of it out. Yes, they cut the like they launched like the catapults, like the dingle hoppers, whatever they're called.
No, the
the
fucking
arrows in the air.
chase scene. There's a whole chase scene they cut out. Like,
They cut out a lot of
one
stuff.
minute the dwarves are like dying, the next minute they're not dying, and then now they're riding the trolls. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Bro, I was too busy pancreas trying to keep up with all the sugar. That weird. All my energies were diverted to the pancreas, so life support was barely on. There was a little bald guy in my head, Captain Kirk, going like, divert all power to the pancreas. We need insulin, damn it. That's a Star
Shut up,
Trek
Wesley.
reference, by the way. We are now gone full circle of nerd.
Oh
All we need
god.
now is find a way to interject bronies. Oh wait, didn't our blooper reel have a brony one? Yep. The one we should have been recording earlier. TJ found out there was was it a
My Little Pony
Ponyta.
looking.
Pony Pokemon
Yeah,
Go
Ponyta,
character?
My Little Pony, Ponyta. Speaking of that, so about a couple years back, I didn't know what a brony was, right? Well, it was about like 6-7 years ago before I got married, and I met this girl, and we were talking, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm really like into people who are into bronies." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I thought she said brownies.
Yes. Chuck, shut up. I want to hear this. Or the Hopkins, sorry. Shut up, I want to hear this. Brownies, yeah, totally understandable. Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I love them too."
Yep, they're great.
And so we got. She's like, "Really?" I'm like, yeah, dude, I really love them. So she's like, yeah, come on, let's meet up, let's hang out, like, or whatever, right? So I go over to her house with some brownies.
I want to fucking hear it. Don't ruin this, Chuck.
I go over and I go with some brownies, and I knock on the door, and she opens it up, and she's dressed as a My Little Pony furry.
Yes. Yes. Full circle.
I'm looking for
Video
Ashley.
games, Dungeons and
She's
Dragons.
like, it's me. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't know we were coming over in costume.
Cooking, yes.
I go inside her house. It was the most awkward thing. And I'm like, hey, I brought you some brownies. She's like, oh, thank you. And then we got to talking. And she's like, well, what is your favorite? I'm like,
chocolate
fudge.
Double fudge?
She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, it's like, I like brownies. She's like, no, I said bronies. What's a brownie? So then I had to go Google it. And I was like, oh, I am out of my element right now, man. I know nothing about this lifestyle. Oh,
You learned pretty quick, didn't you?
Yes,
oh,
you
I did. So basically, for like 1 week of my life, I dated a brony. It was really cool, but she didn't like me because I really wasn't into bronies.
Brony means boy, right? Not female.
She was just a My Little Pony fanatic.
Yes.
That's what I was confused about the story. When you meet a girl that really wants you to be interested in bronies, I was like, okay, there's a little bit of a...
I thought bronies was people who like My Little Pony. Or like those kind of stuff. I thought bronies, right? If a guy likes
the
My
guy,
Little Pony, he's a brony.
It's a guy.
Hence,
not people. Yeah.
So she was into bronies.
Or the man's ear.
And I said, yeah, cool. Me too. I thought it was a brownie, so she wanted to meet me.
Yeah.
Totally awkward situation. Not the worst I've ever been in, but that was definitely a very awkward situation.
Is it now? What part are you? Because when you're saying brownies, I was going to ask you: is the brownies from Willow or the pastries?
The pastries.
Okay, because I could totally get down with the guys from Willow because I love their brownies.
Dude, speaking of Willow, have you ever seen Willow? The Hawthorne?
Yes.
Seriously?
Okay. Hold on. I don't know. He hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, okay? He hasn't seen Lord of the Rings.
You're not allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons and be the age that we are and not see Willow.
Hey, he doesn't like Lord of the Rings, okay?
No, I did not say I don't like Lord of the Rings. I said I haven't seen the movie.
True. Yeah.
Out of spite.
So, I was reading that they want to make a Willow 2.
No, stop it.
It's going to happen.
No.
It's already in the works.
No.
It's already in the works. Val Kilmer's coming back.
No,
the guy who plays the Willow is coming back. So it's happening.
You know what else they're making? They've been talking about Hocus Pocus 2 and the Labyrinth 2, and
well, they already have a Labyrinth 2. They have a Labyrinth 2.
Why do they want Hocus Pocus 2? I feel like we've said all we can in the first one.
Yeah. It's been another 3,000 or 300 years. No, there is not a Labyrinth 2.
I'm pretty sure it was the Labyrinth 2 where the girl marries that guy. I can't remember the guy's name. David Bowie. David Bowie.
Yes, you're right.
There's a number 2 where she marries David Bowie.
Yep, she marries the Goblin King. Yep. Look it up. He's probably thinking of a porn parody. I'm joking. It doesn't exist. I'm messing with you.
Wait, I thought there was.
No, I want him to look.
They were talking about it on TikTok the other day. They were talking about it on TikTok the other day.
Oh my God!
Oh,
TikTok.
because everything on TikTok. You are like those dumbass Karens.
Yep.
I saw it on the internet. It must be true.
Facebook told me.
Like a carrot.
Facebook told me, yeah.
Look, first of all, they said all they need to say with the Labyrinth. I am not a fan of the Labyrinth. Never have been, never will be.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, come on. Now, okay, is it because
you Return to the Goblin King?
You have to because of the LGBT community, or is it?
No, it's a great movie. I loved it. I know all the words to the songs. I could quote it.
Okay, again. Are you under duress right now? Like, is there someone with like a gun held to you or something?
No.
Your membership gets declined. I don't know.
Okay, look, it's a 4-part manga sequel to Return to the Labyrinth. So yes, it's a 4-part manga sequel. Yes, he marries the Goblin King.
That doesn't
Lie to
count.
me. They made a video of it.
No,
They
they
made a
didn't.
movie out of it. So it
Oh.
has to count.
Now, here's where this is where we're gonna find out. It's called the friendship question. TJ, what do you think about the movie Legend?
Legend actually is very nostalgic. The N
Nostalgic?
word. Nostalgic, thank you, for me, because it was actually my grandfather's favorite movie.
Okay.
And I used to watch it all the time. And I like the younger Tom Cruise. And I like it. Could have been better watching it as an adult, but I watched it many times as a kid. Like, they could have put more into it. Now, I heard there's an extended version that I haven't seen yet.
Now, DeHoffre,
I need to go find that.
you are a peaceful person for the most part, except for when you play D&D, you become a bloodthirsty warrior princess.
Uh-huh.
When someone says that they seen Legend, but they didn't like the devil and who voiced the devil, do you just go like rage? Does your eyes turn red and you just go nuts?
I go totally John Wick on their ass.
To a dark place because someone had killed your dog.
It's just a movie. Shut the fuck up. It is not just a movie.
Because, see, Draco gets mad when people find out that I've actually beaten Final Fantasy VII, the original one, faster than he has.
You first off, yes. No, you haven't. Okay. All right. Second off, The Legend was an amazing movie. Okay.
Yeah,
Tim Curry.
It was good.
Tim Curry is an amazing darkness. Okay.
He is.
What's your favorite role he's done? What's your favorite role, voice or acting?
For Tim Curry?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff.
I know.
The smog monster from Fern Gully.
That's my favorite.
Fern Gully was good. Fern Gully was good.
Ooh, that's nice. Oil and grime, acid rain. Nope. Okay.
But he's been in a lot of stuff, though. But if I had to choose one, Fern Gully's good.
If you
I
say
love
Frankfurter, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
But I think I preferred him more in Dragon Age Origins.
What character was he in Dragon Age Origins?
He's Arl Rendon.
Yeah.
Because that was cool. Like when I was playing the game. Now, if I had to pick a movie, well, I
said
I don't know.
Any role he's ever done.
Wow. They really didn't. Dragon Age Origins, because that was just like when I was running around and I heard him. Like, I had to hear the guy talk multiple times. I'm like, that's Tim Curry. And I got really excited about it.
The Butler and Clue.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that one. Now, before we end it tonight, let's talk about one last subject.
Uh-huh.
So, I bought the comic The Last Ronin by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
And I'm so excited about it. My copy comes in December because I bought the Seth MacFarlane variant cover, which is going to go up on my wall of comics. I have to get the third line ready for it. Have y'all looked at that at all?
Well, it was a great movie. I thought Keanu Reeves was excellent as the Last Ronin.
You, sir. I've been nothing but cordial to you. Nothing but cordial. You, shots fired.
Look, Keanu Reeves is amazing whenever he plays.
No, he's not.
Okay? Yes, he is.
No,
Keanu Reeves is an amazing actor. He is. He's an amazing actor.
No, his blockheadness is the reason why he's like. I love him in movies. Yes.
Look,
but I'm sorry, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Not a lot of Oscar-worthy acting there. Gary Oldman, abso-freaking-lutely.
Look, Keanu Reeves is just. He's like below Chuck Norris, but right above Sylvester
You
Stallone
do
for me.
realize they don't make a suit that could take like 50 bullet shots and not like kill the person inside of it.
Dude, Chuck Norris will always be the top dog for me. Always
No.
be the top dog.
Dolph Lundgren.
Because
Anyways, I'm sorry I made a bad joke about Keanu Reeves' Ronin movie, which he did star in. We are talking about.
That was 47 Ronin. It was not the last Ronin. But did you guys hear who the last turtle is?
I
no,
did, but I heard
not.
it from you
It's Mikey.
because you're too excited.
I knew it would be Mikey because
It's
that would make
Mikey.
only logical sense that it has to be Mikey.
So the three of them, the three brothers,
The three of
dead.
them probably. Mm-hmm.
They haven't talked about how they died, but Michelangelo's not the party dude as said in the animated series theme song. So he's not the pizza loving party dude. He's a
Well, of course not. His brothers just died.
He's a battle hardened character who's thinking about what is that, seppuku?
Seppuku, yeah.
Yeah, seppuku. You know what that is, TJ?
I don't know what seppuku is.
You do?
I don't.
A ceremonial suicide for a samurai warrior.
Okay.
So he's gonna go fight the grandson of Shredder, and it's being created by the original creators of the series. So I'm really excited to see the darkness come back into it. I'm really excited to see like how they're planning on doing this because,
Bet you they'll make a movie of it.
well, I mean, it all depends. If they do it like if Kevin Eastman, signs off on it, I'm hoping that he's gonna sign off on something like, if Christopher Nolan did it, because I love what Christopher Nolan did with the Dark Knight. Because I don't think Christopher Nolan did an amazing job with like the telling of the story of Batman as per se, of like Bruce Wayne and like and Wayne effects and stuff like that. And like I think what Christopher Nolan did for Batman, every superhero movie should be doing, is really focusing on the bad guys. 'Cause I think the Dark Knight series made the best villains.
They did. I could agree with that. Definitely. I can get down with that.
Is one of the better villains that we saw in the early 2000s. Like I think it was 2000 when the movie came
Yes.
out.
I would actually compare the three Dark Knight to almost Marvel at that point.
Now, the last night we got in a really big discussion about two characters, and let's weigh in. Let's hear your weigh in, TJ. If you had to pick between Superman and Batman as a character, not to be, but to hold on. Oh, bless me.
Bless you.
Thank you. If you had to pick a character that you're more interested in reading about and being involved with, is that a good way of saying it, Hoffred?
I think so.
Batman or Superman? Which one would it be?
If I have to pick in that particular circumstance, that would be really tough.
All right, which one
okay.
doesn't suck?
First off, I like them both, so neither of them suck. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably go Batman.
Oh, you suck.
He does.
Only because Batman would be more realistic type. And Batman has more. Superman's all justice and the right thing has to be done. Batman's like above, like just on the outside of the law, like a renegade. What do you call him? Like a rogue.
Well, now, so I was thinking about that.
He's not a rogue.
I was thinking about
Not a rogue, like
I would love to play.
I can't remember the name of the word I'm looking for.
Well, actually, I would love to play with next time we play characters, like we make characters. I would love to have a situation where, I think Superman's a devotion paladin in D&D. I think he's a straight up devotion paladin.
Yeah, I can see that. I
think Batman is a vengeance paladin. I truly think Batman's a vengeance paladin.
No, Batman's not a vengeance paladin. Because Batman does not kill.
Vengeance paladins don't have to kill. You have the option to non-lethal everything.
Yeah, technically every character in D&D can kill or not kill. So you're just trying to put him in his prep and
I've
class
never
role.
heard of a vengeance paladin not killing.
Well, to be fair, I mean,
He has a point. I mean, when he finds the people who kill his parents,
hold on. The
they're
reason
just
why is
probably gonna
because there's a
kill him.
picture I posted in our Discord that sums up D'Hoffryn all in one about paladins. It's
Now,
Jeremy Clark by two cars going paladin, and one of the cars is like combat healing and party support, and it's like this is brilliant. Then the other car says smite everything that moves, but I like this. That is D'Hoffryn as a paladin. He/she in the game, because he plays a female character, does not heal or combat support. She murders everything she sees.
Not true.
Okay.
I also stand up in front, take the hits, and engage dodge
No, the
so
only
that
reason why that's not Avacyn does that.
yeah, she's my
That's not
vengeance paladin.
Avacyn, is it?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why she does that is because she is like this, has to be in the front. Not like because she like strategically she has to be in the front.
Everybody tells me to go up front. Like we want you to go up there and anyway,
D'Hoffryn,
Batman, Superman.
every character you've ever played is in the front, regardless of what you're playing.
Not lucky.
Lucky was you as a person move your token into the room before everybody else does. Because I will
Yes.
not be
well,
left out.
he hasn't played with me yet, so
Oh, it's gonna be fun to watch that. That will be fun to like record.
I've been told I'm off. Okay, so let me explain to you how I play. Right, as long as you don't mess with me, I will not mess with you because I have a vendetta for Hobo. Okay, we have a vendetta against each other. Okay, so like when we play with like Justin, he always takes Hobo's side and likes to do things to poke at me. So I will murder people. That's my character. I always play like it depends on really who I'm playing, right? So like we were playing with this one kid named Ryan one time, right? And he hates me. He hates me. He'll never play with me again because he decided to grab onto a farmer who teleported below the ground. And I saw him down there. Instead of going to help him fight the monsters, I shut the trap door.
First of all, it's not entirely true. The guy teleported him and this character down to a cellar in the basement. And TJ's character's at the top of the basement looking down the stair shaft. And the character, Ryan, calls out to him to help. He says no and shuts the lid. When people go, what's going on? TJ's like, I don't know.
Well, wait. I pushed Lyndon in, remember?
And
And then tried to shut the gate. Then shut the lid.
But here's the thing. Though, TJ.
I gave him help. This wasn't my help.
D'Hoffryn will not be told what to do. D'Hoffryn will not be told what to do.
You don't put baby in a corner.
No.
Whenever I would play D&D, I always play D&D like my whole entire character. Like when I build a character, it's basically designed to do one thing: to destroy any character Chaz creates, like actual character. And that's what it is. And I've always compared, like when we had 4th edition, I built a vampire to compete to his barbarian, so I could one-shot him in one round. One full round, I dropped him. He was a fighter, whatever. So I dropped him. His prized character.
It wasn't a prized character. It was, but that you using counter powers. But here's the thing. D'Hoffryn would make what's gonna be funny to watch you two play. So what TJ likes to do is TJ makes these little plans on what people are going to be doing, right? And when he gets into the game, he says, "Okay, I got this plan to get us into the house. That's the main objective." And he'll like heist music, heist TV show, movie, plan everyone's move out for them, right? But he doesn't tell anybody. Nobody is hired by him. Nobody wants to do his plan. But he says, we're going to do it that way. So, as the DM, which I normally am, I look over at TJ. So, okay, TJ goes, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I'm going to move X, Y, and Z. And then he points to the character and says, okay, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. I said, okay, hold on. And I look at the characters and I go, what do you want to do? And they say, I'm not going to do whatever TJ says. Whatever he says, I'm not going to do it. And then TJ will go, here's 500 gold. Go buy this potion. Come back so we can do this. And the character will take the 500 gold and go and
That's not me. I
point
never give gold to people.
And not do a TJ.
They're not me. I will never give gold to one of the players unless it benefits me in some form or fashion.
That's what I just said. We need you to go get this potion.
I just go get it myself.
No, you're too busy. That's the point. The point is,
I would never. I would never give 500 gold.
You get
now,
the point.
The pirate ship.
He'll tell you what to do, and DeHoffer will
tell people what to do.
Right dead in the eye. DeHoffer will look
I tell Jake what to do.
Square in the eye. And just say.
Did I tell Lyndon what to do when I tried to cut his ear off? I told Jake what to do because he takes. It's like, Jacob, come on, do this, so we could go do this.
The egg.
Yes, I take my little hatchling.
No.
The rest of the guys do whatever they want. Because we both know I can never tell Lyndon what to do. He does his own thing. In fact, he sold me to his god last time we played, okay? All right? Sold me to his god.
Well, actually, last time we played, there was this little trap. Did I tell you about this trap, DeHoffer?
No.
So I made up this room because they asked me in our session 0. They said, "Hey, can you make these elaborate traps?" So I made this trap where these three lifeless creatures are laying there, and every time you touch a pyramid, your soul energy left your body, did not go into the other body. It just charged them so they could actually get up and talk, but they have their own personality. So what happened is that the moment Lyndon touched the pedestal, he fell
pedestal.
because his soul energy was transferred to another creature that it awakened, and I role played that character. Role play didn't happen. Immediately, the moment he falls, TJ leaps onto him and cuts the tips of his elf ears off. And then the party is getting angry at TJ in real life and in the game. They're getting angry at him, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He is screaming at me. Like 2 feet from me, he's screaming at me what he's doing. And I'm like, this needs to stop. Just stop. I heard you. And then Lyndon's sitting there laughing, and the rest of the party is just angry. And they go, well, we're going to heal his ear. And TJ goes, crap. The party's gonna gang up on me. I can't take them all down. So what does he do? He takes the ear and he swallows the tip of the ear. He swallows it. So they couldn't give it back to Lyndon. So TJ goes, okay, I pick Lyndon's body up and I throw it on the pyramid. I said, you do realize that when you throw him on the pyramid, you're going to kill him because he's going to impale him. And TJ doesn't think about it until after he's launched him, right? Well, the problem is that TJ overthrew him, and someone shoved TJ, and Lyndon landed on the ground past the pyramid, and then TJ got pushed up against it and touched the pedestal, and slid down because his energy was transferred to another character, and Lyndon's energy was transferred back to him. And literally, Lyndon wakes up beaten by being thrown. His ear is hurting because the tip of it's gone. And he goes, "Where's the tip of my ear? I want to reattach it." And TJ's like he's doing right now. He's just laughing, going, "I fucking ate it. You can't have it back." Because they're like, search his body. She's like, you search all you want, you won't find it. I fucking ate the tip of his ear. Now, to our illustrious viewer who's watching this, that's not part, they can't see the screen. You only see the slideshow we have going on. You can tell TJ's laughing, and DeHoffer has not cracked a smile yet. Meaning, that if he pulls shit like that with D'Hoffryn probably will retaliate really badly.
Go John Wick on his ass.
And then TJ will
You're gonna go
back.
John Wick for torturing Lyndon?
He doesn't like PvP.
PvP and him, PvP and Lyndon.
He doesn't PvP Lyndon.
I said I PvP and Lyndon. What would he care?
Because you're
not
killing
PvP
party
and
members.
him.
You're not progressing the storyline.
I did not kill the party member.
You almost did.
No, I just cut the tips of his ear off.
Yeah, you threw on the pyramid.
Okay, and they could have kept progressing the storyline by further talking questions, but they tried to stop me instead. Look, D&D is an open world. I can do what I want.
No, it's
and Lyndon
and
Lyndon and I already had a grudge because what did he do before that? He was already taking my stuff.
Oh no,
he threw me in.
I forgot to see it the other night when it was the first time I played with Lyndon in a long time, where I was a player and Lyndon was a player. And the moment Lyndon started casting a spell, I started screaming in the microphone, "Kill Lyndon! Kill Lyndon! Kill Lyndon! Stop talking! Stop discussing! Kill Lyndon now! Kill him now!"
But let me tell you what Lyndon would do. Every time he would get into combat, Lyndon would literally make a bonfire. That's all he would do is make a bonfire. He wasn't even helping the party. So he had to die. He made a useless wizard who had no pants or underwear. He was walking around Porky Pigging it. So he had to die.
Yep, true story.
Well, it's funny because of the
next. We're at the hour and 16-minute marker, so we're gonna call it a night. Now, like we always do, we sign off. We give Chuck his moment on the soapbox. So, take it away, D'Hoffryn.
Cher, I love you for listening. I want to meet you. Anybody else out there listening who knows how to reach Cher, get in contact with me so that I can meet Cher. And if you haven't watched it yet on Netflix, everybody needs to watch Sunset. Oh crap! I messed that up. Jessica and the Phantoms. It's a great show, and I want to come back for a second season.
Have we said Cher enough? Cher.
Oh, Cher.
Cher twice more. There we go.
All right, and Draco, what do you want to say in your closing discussion?
In my defense, in the next room, there was a beholder who disintegrated Hobo Lindo. Okay, so I didn't kill him.
Yeah,
you did.
I did. I do murder players as the DM. Yes. Well,
that wasn't me.
Most of the time, this is our episode 2/10 because of technical errors
3.
That I don't know how happened that this is like but normally this would be the time where I say you've gained experience and the party is leveled. But let's be honest here, no one gained experience today. We did not discuss things you're going to take to better yourself.
We learned about Hyrule.
We learned a little bit about Hyrule.
So they leveled up.
Has kept us on track with his ability to, make people smarter.
See, there you go. See, so you got like a half a level.
But hey, you gained experience. The party's gained experience. Have a good one.